Alrighty, the court is now in session. Chief Magistrate Jeshin Vidal is presiding. Prosecution, please give me your name.
Senior Constable Mikey Pumstilus, right?
You're going to want
Senior
to speak
Constable.
up quite loudly. There's a little PA system next to you if you catch my drift.
Senior Constable Mikey Pumstilus, Your Honor.
Senior Constable Crispy Bacon Urban.
Defendant, what is your name?
James May.
To confirm, is that May, M-A-Y, or Made, M-A-D-E?
It's going to be M-A-Y.
Perfect. Okay, so here's what's going to happen. The prosecution is going to describe what happened. They're going to explain why what happened was a crime, and then they're going to explain why it was definitely you, beyond a reasonable doubt, who done did it. Okay, you may object to them at any time. Please wait until they finish their sentence so we know what they were trying to say. You can object to things such as relevance, no evidence, or it's mostly those two. There's some other stuff, but I'll be assisting you. For the defense, after the prosecution has made their case, your primary goal should be to either prove what happened wasn't a crime or there's a reasonable doubt that you were the person that done did it. With that being said, if you have a complaint about police policy, misconduct, use of force, or anything like that, this is not the place to bring it up. It will likely not affect the verdict. However, please contact IBAC or Victoria Police Leadership. If you, however, believe there was corruption, fabrication of evidence, false testimony, or something of that nature, please do bring it up immediately, as we can likely affect the trial that way. Are there any questions, defense?
Negative, all understood.
Perfect. For the fair and just trial, the magistrates will sometimes step in and ask questions to ensure that you get a fair shake, even though you are not a legal expert. With that being said, prosecution, please present your case and give me your charges.
Righty. So the charges that the defendant will be facing today are a robbery and kidnapping.
Armed robbery or attempted robbery?
It's armed robberies. Sorry, Your Honor.
Armed robbery and a kidnapping. Okay, is there anything else?
Negative.
Okay, you may begin.
Righty. At approximately 3:15. Oh, 1 second. Approximately 3:15 p.m. on the 26th of the 10th, 2022, VicPol got a call on our CAD system alerting to a robbery at the Little Seoul gas station. Me and my fellow unit responded to this call as soon as possible, and when we arrived on scene, we found the defendant in the store with a flashlight, pointing it towards a man on the ground. We continued up to him, and there was a fire on scene, which we did put out. Then we continued with negotiations. Negotiations went on. The defendant requested no spike strips and free passage. The defendant then decided he would come walk outside with his flashlight and start showing his flashlight, showing how powerful it was, which then I radioed into our scene command, which was Cert Officer Damien Whitto. Sir Officer Damien Whitto then advised us to tase him as he was nowhere near a hostage and all he had was a flashlight in his hand, which we proceeded to do so. And the defendant on the right was placed into custody. I have both footage, so both photo evidence of the defendant in the store with the flashlight in the exact same clothing he is wearing right now, and I have photo evidence of the call on that CAD system.
Yeah, feel free to submit that evidence. However, for the time being, your testimony will be marked as reliable. Okay, is that all, prosecution? After your evidence is accepted, of course.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. Mikey. Please present your case. Why is what happened not a crime, or why is it reasonable to doubt that you done did it?
So, I've arrived to this store unsure of the time, around about 30 minutes ago, I had an individual at the same gas station come up to me asking to be a hostage, which then I was at the time filling up my vehicle and somewhat half-armed and had a flashlight in my pocket. He then went to the back of the store, triggered the alarm for me, and then upon waiting for police, they rocked up. In their eyes, they saw a fire, put the fire out. After the fire is out, we went on with the negotiation, and my demands were free passage and no swipe. After 5 minutes of discussing other reasonable conversations, I was then tased and put into custody.
Okay, so your contention is that you did not rob the store; your hostage did.
I affirm I had no valuables of money that was taken from the store in my pockets.
Did you inform the police that the hostage was in on the heist when you were tased, or did the hostage get away with his ruse?
I must have gotten away. I informed, I believe, the officer to the far left that he was in on the whole.
Prosecution, did the defendant make the claim that the hostage was a accomplice?
Not off the top of my head, Your Honor.
Okay, but you don't know if he might have made the claim to another officer.
No, sir.
Are you aware of whether the hostage was searched as per protocol and if he had any questionable funds or weapons on him?
I believe he was, sir.
Okay, and he wasn't flagged, so hypothetically he did not have the proceeds of a crime on him.
I would assume so, Your Honor.
Okay, but we're not sure. Is that right, prosecution? There's some we're making assumptions here, right? Mikey.
Correct.
Okay. Okay. Do you know the name of your alleged accomplice, Mr. May?
Absolutely not. I met him at a gas station 5 minutes ago before the alarm was set off.
Alrighty then. So you're alleging that he went in, triggered the alarm. You went in with a flashlight and proceeded to negotiate with police. If any proceeds of a crime were obtained, they were obtained by him, and that you attempted to inform the police that he was your accomplice. I'm going to assume that the police have a record of his name, so if the police want to issue a warrant for questioning to follow up on that guy, by all means, please feel free to do so. So, with that being said, Mr. May.
Yes.
Okay. Mr. May, to the charge of kidnapping, I find there is reasonable doubt that you kidnapped an individual, especially with a flashlight, who was not an accomplice in an armed robbery. So we will be removing the charge of kidnapping. However, to the charge of armed robbery, even though you did not get a cut of the proceeds of crime, and even though you did not initiate the crime, you did undeniably participate in it, including negotiating with police. The fact that the police prevented you from engaging in a police pursuit by fleeing the scene is actually to your benefit because now you're guilty of only one crime and not two. However, given your accomplice nature and the fact that you did not have a lethal weapon on you, you will be receiving the minimum fine. Bailiff, if you'd please take Mr. May into custody, charge him with armed robbery for $3,000, and take him down from here to His Majesty's Remand Center, where he will serve no less than 50 weeks. You're getting 10 more than the minimum, because why would you randomly help somebody rob a store, sir? Case closed.